stop trying to go viral. If you are a consultant or a solo founder, going viral is actually the worst thing that can happen to you. You don't need 1 million views from random teenagers scrolling on TikTok. You need 500 views from CEOs who have a budget and a bleeding neck problem that only you can solve. Most people build their online business like a lottery player. They post random content, a tip here, a meme there, hoping the algorithm blesses them. That isn't a business, that's gambling. Today, we are deleting that mindset. I'm going to show you the exact structural framework used by the top 1% of digital builders. It's called the hub and spoke model. This isn't just about SEO, this is about building an asset that forces Google to see you as the authority in your niche. By the end of this video, you will have the complete blueprint to build a content ecosystem that generates leads while you sleep, allowing you to stop grinding and start scaling. And I'm also going to share the internal linking secret, a tiny technical detail that 90% of people miss, which is the difference between a dead website and a money printing machine. If you're ready to build, let's dive in. Let's start with the problem. I want you to look at your current website or content strategy. Be honest with me. Does it look like a random collection of thoughts? Maybe on Monday you wrote about time management. On Tuesday you posted about AI tools. On Wednesday you shared a personal story. To you, that feels like being active. To Google, and to your high-ticket clients, that looks like chaos. This is what we call flat architecture. In this model, every piece of content competes with every other piece of content. You are a generalist, and in 2026, generalists get replaced by AI. If you want to scale a consulting business, you cannot be a marketing guy. You have to be the guy who fixes B2B outbound for SaaS companies. Specificity is the only way to win. This is where the hub and spoke model comes in. It changes the geometry of your business. Imagine a wheel. The hub is the center. It holds everything together. The spokes radiate out from the center, supporting the rim. In digital terms, the hub is your massive, definitive resource on a core topic. The spokes are the specific, long-tail questions that support that topic. When you structure your site this way, you create something called semantic authority. You aren't just telling Google you wrote a post about sales. You are proving to Google that you have covered the entire topic of sales from every conceivable angle. When you do this right, 3 things happen. 1. Ranking. You dominate the search results because Google trusts your depth. 2. Retention. Viewers binge your content like a Netflix series because every piece leads logically to the next. 3. Conversion. Clients stop asking, "Can you do this?" and start asking, "When can we start?" So, how do we build it? We're going to break this down into 3 phases: the strategy, the build, and the scale. Phase 1 is strategy. Before we write a single word, we need to pick your battleground. Most people fail here because they pick a hub that is way too broad. If you are a fitness coach, your hub cannot be weight loss. Why? Because you are competing with Healthline, Men's Health, and Wikipedia. You will lose. You need to niche down until it hurts. Weight loss, too broad. Weight loss for men. Still too broad. Weight loss for busy dads over 40 without a gym membership. Bingo. That is a hub, that is an identity. For my business as a solo founder building digital products, my hub isn't business. It isn't even entrepreneurship. My hub is the solopreneur operating system. Everything I build revolves around that one core concept. So, open up a Google Doc right now. I want you to write down the one massive, expensive problem you solve for your clients. The rule of 3,000. Your hub page needs to be a beast. We are talking 3000 plus words. It needs to be the best piece of content on the internet regarding that specific problem. If you aren't willing to go that deep, this strategy isn't for you. But writing 3,000 words sounds painful. It is. That's why it has value, because your competitors are lazy. They are writing 500-word fluff pieces generated by AI. By going deep, you are building a moat around your business that they can't cross. Okay, you have your hub topic. Now we need the spokes. If the hub is the what and the why, the spokes are the how. Let's stick with our example. B2B outbound sales for agencies, that's our hub. Now, what are the specific questions a user has about that? Spoke 1. Cold email? Subject lines that actually open. Spoke 2. How to scrape leads from LinkedIn Sales Navigator? Spoke 3. Handling the "it's too expensive" objection. Spoke 4. Best CRM for solo consultants. Spoke 5. How to hire an appointment setter. Do you see the pattern? Each of these is a standalone article. They are specific. They target high-intent keywords. When someone searches for best CRM for solo consultants, they are at the bottom of the funnel. They are ready to take action. If they find your spoke article and that article links them to your hub, you have captured them. I recommend starting with 6 spokes. 1 hub, 6 spokes. That is a 7-piece content cluster. Do not try to build 50 pages at once. You will burn out. Start with 1 cluster. The cluster strategy. 1. Hub page. The ultimate guide to core topic. 2. Spoke pages. How to, specific action related to core topic. But can I use AI to write these? This is the most common question I get. The answer is yes, but not how you think. If you ask ChatGPT to write me an article about cold email, it will give you garbage. It will sound like a corporate robot. You use AI to outline, you use AI to research. But the voice, the stories, the pain points, the unique insights, that has to come from you. Remember, people buy from people. If your content sounds synthetic, you lose trust. And in the consulting game, trust is the only currency that matters. We are halfway through. You have the strategy and you have the topics. Now, we need to talk about the glue. This is the secret I teased at the beginning. Most people write the hub and they write the spokes and they leave them isolated. This is a disaster. The magic of this model relies on internal linking. You need to tell Google which page is the most important. Every single spoke article must link back to the hub page, usually within the first paragraph. The formula. In your cold email article, spoke, you write, cold email is just one part of the system. If you want to master the entire process, check out my ultimate guide to B2B outbound sales. This anchor text matters. You are casting a vote. You are telling the search engine this specific phrase, this URL. If you have 6, 10, or 20 spokes all pointing to that one hub, you are channeling all that link juice authority into one massive asset. This is how you beat competitors with bigger budgets. They have more pages, but their pages are disconnected. You have fewer pages, but they are a unified army. A unified army always beats a scattered mob. And here is the pro tip for 2026. The bidirectional link. Don't just link spokes to hub. Link the hub down to the spokes. In your massive hub guide, when you get to the section on email, write a summary and then say, for a deep dive on this specific step, read my full breakdown on cold email subject lines here. Now you have created a closed-loop ecosystem. A user can land on any page and spiral deeper and deeper into your world. They binge your content. They spend 20 minutes on your site instead of 20 seconds. Google sees this dwell time and assumes you are the best resource on the planet. And what happens when a prospect spends 20 minutes reading your methodology? They book a call. We've built the engine, now we need fuel. You shouldn't just publish this and pray, you need a deployment strategy. I call this the content waterfall. You don't need to create new content for social media every day. You just need to distribute your hub. Week 1. Publish the hub page. Week 2, 7. Publish 1 spoke per week. Week 8. Update the hub with links to all the new spokes. For social media, LinkedIn x Instagram. You don't post life updates. You take one section of your hub, say the paragraph about pricing, and you turn that into a thread or a carousel. At the end of the thread, you say, if you want the full system, read the guide here. Everything roads lead to Rome. Rome is your hub. Your YouTube videos link to the hub. Your tweets link to the hub. Your cold emails link to the hub. I know what you're feeling. This is a lot of work. You're right, it is. But look at the alternative. The alternative is spending the next 5 years chasing algorithm updates, dancing on TikTok, and hoping someone notices you. The alternative is burnout. I built this system because I wanted freedom. I wanted to wake up in the morning, check my dashboard, and see leads that came in because of work I did 6 months ago. That is the definition of leverage. Before I let you go to build this, I need to warn you about 3 traps that kill this strategy. Trap number 1, the orphan page. This is a page with no links going to it and no links coming out of it. It's a dead end. Every page must be connected. Use a tool like Screaming Frog or just manually check your links. No orphans allowed. Trap number 2, cannibalization. This sounds cool, but it's bad. This happens when your spoke is too similar to your hub. If your hub is best sales strategies and your spoke is top sales tactics, Google gets confused. Keep the hub broad, the system. Keep the spokes narrow, the components. Trap number 3, giving up too soon. SEO and authority take time. You won't rank number 1 tomorrow. But remember the compound effect. Once this wheel starts turning, it's very hard to stop. Think of this like real estate. A viral tweet is like renting a hotel room for a night. It's fun, but it's gone in the morning. A hub and spoke cluster is like building a house. It's yours. It appreciates in value. It pays you rent. We have covered a lot today. We destroyed the viral myth. We mapped out the hub and spoke architecture. We solved the content crisis by focusing on depth, not width. And we unlocked the internal linking secret. Here is my challenge to you. Don't just close this video and go watch something else. Take 30 minutes right now. Open a blank document. Write down your hub. Write down your 6 spokes. That is your roadmap for the next 90 days. This model transforms you from a hustler into a founder. It organizes your chaos into clarity. And in a world of noise, clarity is the ultimate competitive advantage. But here is the danger. You can build the perfect hub and spoke structure, but if you treat a day 1-inch visitor the same as a day 90 inches prospect, you will lose them both. Structure gets you found. Context gets you paid. You need to know which of your spokes are designed to build trust and which ones are designed to close the deal. You wouldn't propose marriage on the first date, so don't try to sell a high-ticket retainer in a top-of-funnel article. I just released a breakdown on exactly how to solve this. It's called 5 Ways to Map Content for Small Business Owners. It teaches you how to align your new content ecosystem with the psychological stages of your buyer, ensuring you aren't just getting views but actually moving people toward the sale. So, Ranique, click right here to watch it. Let's turn that traffic into revenue.